Well, now to national news. The U.S. Department of Agriculture issued a conditional license for an avian flu vaccine. It would be used on chickens during an outbreak that's ravaging flocks and driving up the cost in eggs. We have Ivan Rodriguez joining us live from Atlanta, Georgia, with the impact. So, Ivan, how is this affecting consumers and the agriculture industry?
Well, Carly, we're talking about a massive industry to start off with here. The U.S. is the world's largest poultry producer and second largest exporter of poultry meat. It's also a top global egg producer, according to the USDA. Now, though it seems like this new vaccine is on the way, experts tell me it could be a little trickier than it seems.
If you've been to a supermarket in the last few weeks, you've noticed that not only are eggs increasingly expensive, they're also becoming harder and harder to find.
Dr. Jonathan Reiner with George Washington University School of Medicine and Health Sciences says the U.S. has a decision to make.
Whether to vaccinate the flocks in this country and deal with the political repercussions of that from the GOP base, or deal with rising egg prices and maybe eggs coming in from Mexico.
While other countries already vaccinate chickens against bird flu, the U.S. approach has long been focused on eradicating the virus, mainly through culling flocks of birds when a case is identified. Historically, vaccination has been thought to carry a number of complications, including making it difficult to detect the virus in inoculated birds and trade concerns that may result from that. Over the last 30 days, 151 flocks have been confirmed to have avian flu, affecting more than 23 million birds, according to the Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service, part of the USDA. Dr. Paul Offit says people could also become sick.
And certainly it can infect people who come in close contact with chickens and inhale a lot of the virus into their lower respiratory tract, their lungs.
Zoetis, the manufacturer behind the vaccine, says its scientists began updating its existing avian flu vaccine in 2022. In a statement, Zoetis noted the decision to vaccinate commercial poultry flocks rests solely with the national regulatory authorities in consultation with their local poultry sector. More than 150 million birds have been affected since the current outbreak began in 2022. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control says that the risk of the public getting infected remains low, though those who work on farms with infected animals are at a higher risk. Carly?
Thank you, Ivan. And before you go, once the vaccine is deployed, would it still take time for it to work? And what can we expect in the meantime for eggs?
Well, in terms of eggs, we can still expect those high prices for the rest of this year because of the ongoing outbreak and inflation, according to new estimates. Egg prices themselves, when we take a look at them, they're estimated to increase about 20% in 2025 compared to about 2.2% for food prices in general. And that's according to the USDA's price outlook.
Well, Ivan Rodriguez, thank you for joining us from Atlanta and for that report.